Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Today I am going to explain my project Enhancing Gas Safety, a comprehensive study on MQ5 gas sensor for gas leak detection and control. My project is all about detecting gas leakage at various environments like house, industry, car and school laboratory, and also to know how the environment is, whether it is safe or not. Abstract. My project, gas leakage detection and its controlling measure, is about detecting the gas leakage using MQ5 sensor before it becomes hazard and it causes explosion. Next, selection of the problem. We hear in our everyday life, we come across the news like gas leakage caused huge explosion and it has caused death and huge loss of property. Keeping that in mind, I started finding that what is the most effective method for preventing gas leakage and controlling gas leakage. I came to know about MQ5 gas sensor, so I started researching on it. I hypothesis. The integration of the MQ5 sensor into a gas detection and control system will significantly improve the accuracy and speed of gas leak detection, leading to enhanced safety measures. So what are the research objectives of my study? So the research objectives are to investigate the sensitivity and accuracy of the MQ5 sensor in detecting various combustible gases. Next, detecting the gas leakage in various environments like home, industry, car and laboratory. The third thing is to know whether the environment is safe or not. It has safe setup or not in the 4 different settings. Next, how it works. So the MQ5 gas sensor basically works as it has a filament called stannic oxide inside it. The conductivity of this filament is low when it is in a clean environment, but when it is exposed to toxic gases or combustible gases like LPG, the conductivity of this filament rises, leading to the ringing of buzzer. This is the simple basic working of this sensor. Next, data collected and variables tested. Independent variables. Independent variables are the 4 different settings. They are house, industry, vehicle and laboratory. Dependent variables. Dependent variables are the sensor and the system performance metrics. Dependent variables including the system's accuracy, response time, sensitivity. These are the dependent variables. Next, materials required. We need 4 simple materials, that is the MQ5 sensor, battery, buzzer and breadboard for connecting. Initially I tested this sensor using the lighter because it also contains butane. Like procedure, testing at home. I tested it on 4 scenarios. The first scenario, I intentionally turned on the burner leading to the intentional gas leak. Our detector successfully detected it with an accuracy of 99% and response time of 7 seconds with 90% of sensitivity and 100% of specificity. To be noted, specificity represents the percentage of situation where the absence of gas leakage was correctly identified. False positive, the number of times the system incorrectly signaled a gas leakage. False negative, instances where the system failed to detect an actual gas leakage. Next, the second scenario. Sometimes during cleaning activities around the stove leads to the loosening of pipe connected to the LPG cylinder. It may cause huge explosion as gas leakage takes place. Our sensor successfully detected it with an accuracy of 99% and response time of 16 seconds with 60% specificity, 99% of sensitivity, 0 false positives and 0 false negatives. I tested it twice. Next, the third scenario. When the velocity of the wind increases, it causes out of our vision, the burner turns off. It also causes gas leak. So our detector successfully detected it with an accuracy of 100% and best response time of 2 seconds and the best factors of all scenarios. Fourth scenario. In our everyday life, during common cooking processes, no gas leakage took place as I tested using this sensor. So the setup was safe during common cooking processes. The sensor also worked properly. Next, the graph you can see of 4 scenarios. The performance. The performance of stream 2 is slightly low. We have to develop it. Next, nowadays LPG gas is used in cars. So I tested in a car. The setup was safe. No gas leakage took place in the car with best performance. Next, I tested in school lab. The setup was also safe and it gave me the same result. There was no gas leakage. Fourth, at industry. Gas industries contain huge amount of cylinder. If gas leakage take place, it may cause huge disaster. So I tested in an industry and the setup was safe. There was no gas leakage, giving me the best performance. Last, result. By testing at various locations, I got expected result. Except home, the remaining 3 places gave me good performance. That is, there were no gas leakage and the setup was safe. Discussion. From the results obtained at home, the scenario which was I concerned was the second scenario, that is the pipe disturbance. It took 16 seconds to detect. So making a note of it, I thought that we have to develop the response time of the sensor and we have to keep at the right place so that it may prevent the explosion. Next, in industry and the rest places there was no gas leakage, the setup was safe. Conclusion. There are 3 conclusions of my research. The results of my research support my hypothesis. Second, MQ5 gas leakage detector is most effective method for detecting and controlling combustible gas leakage in residential, vehicular and industrial environments. The third, the level of safety and preventive measures must be followed and improved, especially at home. Future discussion. This project in future can be developed using Arduino. So for example, it may make a phone call to a particular person if there is a gas leak before a huge explosion. Applications of this gas sensor. Get real-time alerts, prevent fire hazards, ensure workers' health, cost-effective installation, measure oxygen level accuracy, get immediate gas leak alerts. At last, I thank everyone who gave this wonderful opportunity to do this research work. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum.